Happy New Year and greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I should say welcome back. I'm really happy that we are actually meeting again on this platform just to share knowledge and help one another understand to some of these tax changes that have come in effect beginning the year of 2023 January. Um, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Makofi Martin, and today I should mention that actually I am pleased to present to you an overview on some of the tax changes that have been effected and they were proposed to the Speaker of the National Assembly. Just last year in October, we saw him, the Minister of Finance and National Planning, Honorable Dr. Tumbe Komsokotwane, presenting a budget to the Speaker of the National Assembly. And one of the proposals he made was an increase in the exemption threshold for pay as you earn to 4,800 kwacha per month from 4,500 kwacha, and also reduce the marginal tax rate for the second income bracket from 25% to 20%, and also adjust the income bands accordingly. So we need to understand basically, what is the intention of the Minister of Finance and National Planning to propose the increase from 4,500 tax-free amount in 2022 to 4,800 kwacha tax-free amount? The minister, this one is a measure which the minister has taken, and he says that this measure has been put in place with the intention to improve the standard of living among its households by increasing the disposable income of employees and self-employed individuals. So that being said, we need to understand that him increasing the tax-free amount from 4,500 to 4,800, there's a difference. There's an increase of how much there? There's an increase of 300 kwacha. But the big question is, has that 300 kwacha been added to employees and self-employed employees as an additional salary on top of whatever they are earning right now? Okay, now some of you, I think, would take it that way, straightforward, to say yes, from 4,500 to 4,800, that has been the increase. But for argument's sake, this is why I've come on this platform, so that we work together and be able to achieve one result at the end of this session. If you want to understand actually whether it's true, it's the 300 kwacha which has been added to your salaries, or it's a different amount, which I can confirm that actually it's not 300 kwacha, it's a different amount, which you can only be able to know or see if you follow the video till the end. Before we go further, please kindly subscribe to my channel so that every time I release a new video, you are notified and you are the first person to know about the new changes that come into effect. To go forward, I think I'll take you on my spreadsheet so that we start the computations together and see that actually what is in the current regime and proposed regime are two different things. Before we go on my spreadsheet, let me just focus on my screen. I take you through line by line just to show you some of the changes. So in this schedule, you can see, I think we have got the current regime and the proposed regime. So we start with the current regime. Current regime, it means that this was what was being used in 2022, and in the proposed regime is what's going to be used beginning the fiscal year of 1st January 2023 to 31st December 2023. So in 2022, you see to it that any employee that earned a salary of 4,500 was being taxed at 0%. While it's in the proposed regime, if you are now earning a salary of 4,800, you'll be taxed at 0%. In 2022 current regime again, all those employees that earn the salary of 4,501 to 4,800 were taxed at 25%. In the proposed regime 2023, if you are earning a salary of 4,801 to 6,800, you will be taxed at 20%. Okay, so look at the change here. Like I mentioned previously, to say there has been a reduction in the marginal tax rate for the second income bracket. Okay, so second income bracket, this is what we meant. In the second income bracket in 2022, we see to it that as we were saying, if you look at in the current regime, you see that those that earn 4,801 to 6,900 are actually taxed at 30%. And in the proposed regime, those that earn 6,001 to 8,900 earn 30%. And also, what about employees that have a salary that is above 6,900? In the current regime, they were being taxed at 7.5%. And in the proposed regime 2023, those employees that are earning a salary of 8,900 and above will be taxed at the rate of 37.5%. Okay, this having been said, let me now take you to the spreadsheet so that we can do the computations and understand further what this means. The main focus is I want you to see that the 300 cuts actually is not what has been increased to your pay. It's something more than that. Let's go on and do the computation and see this. So this is my spreadsheet. So if you look at this spreadsheet, this one is the current regime, which was being used in 2022. These are tax bands which were used in 2022. And on my right here, you see that these ones are tax bands that are being used in 2023. Okay. Please notice a reminder again. On the second bracket, there's a marginal reduction from 25% here. If you follow this line here, can you see that here in the second bracket it was 25%? In the proposed regime is 20%. This is one of the changes also which has taken place or been effected, if I may use that word. So this being said, we need to go deeper in computations. In this case, I'm going to allow you to propose to me a figure that we are going to use to do our computation. I like to not to use direct figures, for example, like 5,000, 10,000, 11, 12, 15,000, you know, because I want to use a figure that has got mixed numbers in it. If we can use that figure, I know that you yourselves can manage to solve straightforward figures like 5,000, 10,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you know, all those. So allow me to, yes, I'm going to use your figure. What figure are you proposing, sir? What? 20,570. Okay, we have a figure here. Says we're going to use a salary of 20,570 kwacha. Okay, so we'll be working simultaneously in the current regime and also in the proposed regime. Okay, so the same figure is what we're going to use also in the proposed regime. So by the end of the day, we want to see that what salary was someone getting in 2022 and the same salary that someone was getting in 2022 and the same salary that someone is getting in 2023, if net salary will be increased with these two changes, the increase in the tax band from 45 to 48 and also the reduction or the marginal reduction in the tax second tax bracket from 25% to 20%. So if someone is earning a salary of 20,570 kwacha, how much tax will they pay to the government and how much will be their net salary they will take home? This is the question. Okay, so let us begin the computation. So the computations will go like this. Allow me to scroll up like this. Okay. I've got tax bands here, simplified tax bands for you to do your computation in an easy way. The first, before we go deeper in here, I want you to understand the first step. The first step to do the computation is that follow the guidelines of the tax bands. Okay? The guidelines of the tax bands. And here is this. We need to know the total of the tax bands here. But please pay attention. When you look at the way these are presented and the way these are presented, there's a bit of a difference. What do I mean a bit of a difference? Please follow attentively and carefully. When you see the first rate here in the current regime, you see that the first one is 0 to 4,500 tax-free, no tax, 0%. Same as here, nothing has changed. So meaning that if we compute this 4,500 at 0%, they will tax you nothing. Okay, it will be 0 there. Okay, or maybe let me use this 0. Okay. Then in the second bracket here, focus properly. Here we are saying that if you are earning a salary of 4,501 to 4,800, okay, you are taxed at 25%. Now here in the second bracket, pay attention here. I can do this. Let me change the color here. You see how we are moving with here. These are second brackets. But here, when we're demonstrating, we're putting these two figures. Here, we're only putting one figure. The question is, where is the 300 kwacha coming from? Where are we putting 300 kwacha here? Okay, so this 300 kwacha, where it is coming from, you get the difference between the first band and the second band. Okay, if you can do for me that computation, 4,500 kwacha minus 4,800 kwacha, you get 300 kwacha. This is where the band is coming from. Okay, hope you're following. We move away from this. Okay, how I move the color, Alt HHN. I should have clicked this one also, Alt HHN. Okay, the color is gone. So we move to the third one. When you see here, when we were demonstrating, we said that this one is 4,000. Any employee that is earning a salary of 4,801 to 6,900 kwacha is earning 30%. So I'll color this one again like this. Okay, the third one, also here, the third one. Okay, so the question is, why here we are giving a range from 4,801 to 6,900. Then here it tells us that it's 2,100. Where is the 2,100 coming from? That should be the question. So pay attention again. Where the 2,100 kwacha is coming from is the difference between the second band and the third band here. Okay, you'll find the difference to be 2,100. Okay, so I had highlighted them just for you to see the third band in the first and the third band in the second. To remove that, on your keyboard, you click Alt H 2 times and N once. Okay, that color is gone. Okay, then at the above, here we are saying that any employee that is earning above 6,900, here we have put this 600, here we haven't yet put. Okay, I'll highlight them again for demonstrating purposes like this. We are saying that any employee that is earning above 6,900, okay, 6,900 should be taxed at 7.5%. But here, why haven't we put any amount yet? Okay, because we're going to use this to compute. We haven't put an amount yet because we only know that an employee is earning a salary of 20,570. Okay, and we are saying that we need to deduct the tax-free amount. Okay, so this amount you have put here, we are going to say equals here. Okay, you see this amount. Okay, because I wrote that, so I'll have just to write it manually because I have a word in it, salary. Okay, to avoid confusion, we're going to say 20,570 minus. We're saying that anyone who's earning above what? Above 6,900. You see it here. Above 6,900. So in this 20,570, as your salary, my brother, my brother and sister rather, the 6,900 is tax-free. It is not supposed to be taxed, and it won't be taxed. You only be taxed the balance, the remainder. So when we find an answer here, we find that the difference, when you remove 6,900, which is tax-free, your difference is 13,000, okay? 13,670, okay? This is what will be taxed at the rate of 37.5%. Okay, so let us quickly find the answers. Okay, please get your calculator, be with your calculator to do this. So when we do 4,500 times 0%, it's 0. 300, okay, 300 by 25% should be 75. Just confirm with me. 300 by 25% is 75. And the next one, 2,100 kwacha at the rate of 30% should be 630. Confirm with me. 2,100 by 30% is 630. Then 13,670. Okay, 13,670 multiplied by 37.5%, it should be 5,126.25. Confirm with me. 13,670 multiplied by 37.5%. Yes, this is what we get. Okay. And what is the income tax payable? We are computing, so you find that the total of this is actually, which is in here. This is formulated. If I click F2 like this, it shows you that the total of everything in here gives us this figure. Okay, so at the end of the day, an employee who is earning a salary of 20,570, they will pay 5,831.25 to ZRA as pay as you earn. Okay. Yes. Then, this having been said, we also have got other taxes. Okay. We want to achieve a net pay at the end of this computation. Okay, there's also a component of NAPSA. So NAPSA, get me clearly, every employee by law is required to contribute 5% of their gross salary. So understand me clearly. I'm saying 5% of their gross salary. Okay. Now, which one is gross salary? In this case, follow me carefully. You see this amount, 20,570. This was the basic salary of an employee. But in this case, I'm saying that NAPSA, 5% is of the gross. So meaning that if an employee has a salary of 20,570 and they also have other allowances, for example, transport allowance, for example, meal allowance, okay, these meal allowance and transport allowance or education allowance on top, they will be added to this 20,570. Okay, that is where the 5% NAPSA will apply. That is the amount which will be payable to NAPSA. Okay, the National Pension Scheme. We know what NAPSA is, National Pensions Schemes Authority. National Pension Schemes Authority. So let's do the computation. How much a pension NAPSA is going into your pension? Okay, and NAPSA, just to clarify, this NAPSA amount is recoverable at the end of your retirement. Okay, we have got 3 bands. I want to go deeper into those details, but just to give you an highlight. Okay, 3 types of retirement. Okay, at 50 years, early retirement, 55 years, 55 years, normal retirement, and 60, late retirement. Is it? Okay, do your own research. Okay, if those are not the bands, then it should be a retirement at 55 years and 60 years normal retirement, then 65 is late retirement. Okay, these age retirement are always, every year they are revised, so I advise you to go into the NAPSA Act and be able to review these retirement age. Almost each government that does revise these retirement age packages. Okay, so you'll find these are the 3 retirement age. When you reach that age, then you qualify to claim your NAPSA pension. Okay, so let's do this computation. Let's do this computation. 5% of the gross salary. In this case, we assume this employee does not have extra allowances. So we'll say that equals the 20,570 multiplied by 5%. Okay, 5%. Okay, and you get 10,028.5. Okay, then that tax you have paid as a contribution to your pension, because at the end of your retirement you want to receive a pension package from the National Pensions Schemes Authority. Okay, then there's also another tax type, okay, called NIMA. Okay, called NIMA or NIS, as some call it. Okay, to just differentiate the two between NIS and NIMA, they are almost one and the same. The only difference is that NIS is National Health Insurance Scheme, whereas NIMA is National Health Insurance Management Authority. Okay, why the difference in names? Okay, NIS, which is NIMA, which is National health insurance scheme managed by National Health Insurance Management Authority. Okay, this also is a type of tax that has been regulated by government, as indicated that we need to contribute 1% to the um, to the National Health Insurance Management Authority. 1% of what? 1% of the basic employee. Okay, 1% of the basic employee. So see the difference between NAPSA and NIMA. NIMA is 1% of the basic employee salary, and NAPSA is 5% of the employee's gross salary. Okay, so in this case, we are going to compute the same 20,570 kwacha multiplied by 1%. Okay, multiplied by 1%. Multiplied by 1%. This is what will be payable. Okay, this is what will be payable to National Health Insurance. Okay, now allow me just to explain a bit on these two types of statutory deductions. Okay, NAPSA, how it is paid, it is the responsibility of the employer, okay, to deduct 5%, 5% of the employee's gross salary and contribute on behalf of the employee. And also the employer contributes as well 5% on behalf of the employee. So in short, the employer, as they are paying for you that 5%, they are also adding 5% on top of what they are contributing on your behalf, which makes it a 10% contribution. Same applies to NIMA. The employer is entitled or is obligated to contribute 1% of your basic salary. As they are contributing, there is also cost to company, which the employer will also add that 1% on your behalf as an employee and contribute for you on your behalf as they are filing returns. Okay, in their return they will have two columns. One column is for the employee and the other column is for the employer. Okay, all right, so if you see here NAPSA, it's 1028. Okay, this is what you see on your payslip or your paycheck as being contributed. But when the company is paying to the National Pension Schemes Authority, they will not contribute 1,028. They are going to contribute on your behalf 2,056. Okay, 2,056, because they are mandated to contribute 5% on your behalf. Then also with regards to NIMA, what you're saying we have computed here is 205.7. Okay, this is what you see reflect on your payslip. Okay, but when the employer is contributing this 205 to the National Health Insurance Management Authority, they are going not to declare 205. They will declare 411 kwacha to the National Health Insurance Management Authority. Okay, this is how it goes. Hope this helps you out. So you have got now 3 types of statutory deductions. Okay, so total statutory deductions, when we click like this, see the highlights. It is the income tax payable plus NAPSA plus NIMA 1%, which gives us 7,065. This is the tax that will be declared to the authorities. So like you suggested, an employee with a salary of always, when you are using Excel, please start with equals to do computations. Okay, otherwise your figures will not reflect. It's just a tip. So 20,570. An employee who is earning a salary of 20,570 gross at the end of the day, or basic, at the end of the day, we'll go with net pay of, we'll deduct 765.45. Okay, we have a net of 13,504. Okay, this is what will be their take home, okay, net pay. So when you check on your paycheck or pay slip, this is the amount that you're going to receive as your net pay. So if you were in negotiations, if an employee offered you a basic salary of 20,570, you should bear in mind and know that your take home is not 20,570. No, your take home is 13,504. Okay, that is your net salary. And if you are going to be making a monthly budget, don't make a monthly budget based on your basic salary. You should make your monthly budget based on your net salary. Okay, so this is how much someone used to get in the year of 2022 as their basic salary. Let us use the same gross basic salary in the year of 2023. How much is someone earning in 2023? Okay, and how much has been increased? We're going to find out that at the end of this video or presentation. Let's go back to the year of 2023. So here, the same procedure we did in 2022 is the same procedure we're going to replicate in 2023. Okay. So if you remember, I taught you about how these tax bands are coming about. Let me just go through for you to understand once more. Okay. If you look at the tax band here from 0 kwacha to 4,800, you are taxed at 0%. This is the first band. Okay. What about the next band? Sorry. What about the next band? The next band, if you look at this 4,800 to 6,800, here the second band, we highlight this one. Should I highlight again? Okay. The second band and the second band. Here you see that it's from this range to this range, and here is 2,000 kwacha. There might be a question, where is the 2,000 coming from? Okay, and I'm trying to clarify this one. Where the 2,000 kwacha is coming from is when you subtract the first and the second band. Okay, 4,800 kwacha minus 6,800 kwacha, you get your next band, which is 2,000 kwacha. Okay, and which is taxed at 25, which will be now taxed at 20%. Okay, yes, remember in my presentation I told you there are two tax changes which were proposed. Number one is the increase of the exempted threshold of 4,500 to 4,800 tax-free amount. Then the second one was the reduction in the marginal second bracket, okay, from 25% to 20%. Bear that in mind. Okay, so we no longer have got a percentage or a tax percentage of 25%. Okay, it's only 0, 20, 30, 37.5%. Those are 4 tax percentages we have now. Then the third one, when you follow this one, third, allow me to remove this one. I told you on your keyboard, you go for Alt, H twice, and N. Boom, those are gone, the colors, okay? So that you focus just on the third. When you look on the third, this third and also this third, here you notice that the range is from 6,801 to 89, but here we're talking about 2,100. You ask yourself, where is the 2,100 coming from? So, like I mentioned, the 2,100 kwacha is coming from the difference between the second band and the third band. When you do 8 minus 8,100 kwacha, you get 2,100 kwacha. This is where it is coming from. This having been said, Having been said, we move on to computation. Okay. Here, so now here, what is the total? What would be the tax-free amount? Remember above we said anyone who's earning above 8,900 kwacha will be tax-free. So meaning that here the 20,570 kwacha basic salary minus 8,900 kwacha. Okay. So meaning that an employee who in the 2023, the year of 2023, will be taxed only 11,670. 8,900 kwacha is tax-free amount, is non-taxable. Okay, is non-taxable. So we have established what we need to tax at 37.5%. So when we go and start the computation, 4,800 at 0%, what do you get? It's 0. Okay, 2,000 kwacha at 20%, we should be getting 400 kwacha. Confirm with me. 2,000, next again, 2,100 kwacha multiplied by 30%, we should be getting 630 kwacha. Okay, confirm with me. 2001 multiplied by 30%, okay, 630 kwacha. But what about 11,670, an amount which has exceeded the 8,900? Okay, multiplied by this amount, we should be getting 4,300 and is it 76.25? Okay, just confirm with me. 11,670 multiplied by 37.5%. Yes, 4,376.25. Okay, and what is the income tax payable? The income tax payable, we are saying that it is 5,406.25. Okay, this is the income tax payable, the pay as you earn. Okay, this having been said, we also have got other tax types that we need to pay to authorities. Okay, so this one goes to ZRA, Zambia Revenue Authority, a ministry which is headed by which is headed by the Commissioner General, Mr. Dingani Banda. Let's hope you are updated. Previously, it was led by Mr. Kingsley Chanda was the Commissioner General, but he has been replaced by Mr. Dingani Banda. Is the new Commissioner General at Zambia Revenue Authority. Okay, we will proceed to the next step. So let's compute NAPSA as well, the same way we did with. So we just follow line. I will, for emphasis purposes, I will mention this again. With NAPSA, it's computed on gross. Okay, it's computed on gross. Okay, I'm emphasizing this point because most of the people confuse when they receive a gratuity at the end of the year, and the understanding is that it's a tax-free incentive or benefit. Okay, then they see that actually the NAPSA gets a chunk from there. It's because NAPSA rule or acts is specifically on the gross. Even when you receive a gratuity which is tax-free, it's only tax-free from pay as you earn and NIMA. But NAPSA will deduct 5% from that amount. Okay, let's hope I'm clear on that one. Any queries, please hit my write to me just down on my channel, and I'm gonna get back to you for anything clarification, anything that you don't understand. Yeah, we're gonna have a chat on this. So let's see what NAPSA is doing there. So we get the same figure. So in this case, the gross with NAPSA is deemed to be 20,570. Okay, with NAPSA, this is the gross. With the others, it's the basic. Okay, yes. So this basic salary or the gross multiplied by 5%. Okay, you find that amount. Okay, it's the same here as well. 20,570 multiplied by 1%. Okay, all right, you see, so the statutory deduction is 6,640.45. all right, this one. Okay, this one is the statutory deduction. Okay, then now what will be the net pay, okay, for this person? So the net pay will say equals 20,570 minus the total statutory deductions. Okay, this. Then at the end of the day, you are going to go home with a net of 13,000 kwacha 929.55. Okay, so now we have established the same amount, the same salary, same basic salary in 2022 and in 2023 will give you a different net pay. Okay, so let us find the difference by saying in the current regime we are saying that the net, okay, the net pay is this amount. Then in the proposed regime, the net pay amount is that. So you see, the difference is 425 kwacha. So we have just established, okay, what has been increased on top of your salary with the change of the tax bands, okay, with the proposal to increase the tax band from 4,500 to 4,800 kwacha. Okay, it's not the 300 kwacha that we are directly seeing that has been added to your basic salary. No, it is the 4,425 kwacha. Okay, we established this with the net pays. Okay, but we can also establish this with with the income tax payable. If you do income tax you used to pay here, okay, minus also the income tax you will be paying in this year, okay, you will find that it's the same amount. 425 kwacha has been increased to your salary. Hope this makes sense. For any amount that you would like me to try, you can write to me, we can work it out. This one, we have done the computation based on the fact that your salary exceeds the maximum band, which is 8,900. Okay, but there are other people that earn lower salaries but qualify also to be taxed on separate bands. For example, on 20% in this year 2023 or on 30%. How do we compute? You can ask me that, propose those figures, then we can do computations together based on that. You can try them yourselves. Where you have challenges, you can question or query me. I can come to guide you. Well, my name has been Martin Makofi, giving you this presentation. For further interaction, if you would like to interact with me, please find my contacts just below in the link. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant afternoon. Thank you.